As a result of my tireless search, placing her in an impossible situation, I received a letter earlier this week from Lady Whistledown.
Bridgerton Season 4 is officially in the works, and I can't wait to dive back into the Bridgerton world. It's going to be a season no one will forget. But before we get into why it's going to be so memorable, let's talk about what's happening with the production. Netflix's Bridgerton keeps drawing in fans, and now Season 4 is officially in production. Filming kicked off on September 16, 2024, and is expected to wrap up by April 30, 2025. Though we thought the new season might drop by the end of 2025, the longer production time hints that it could be 2026 before we get to see it, according to What's on Netflix. Based on Julia Quinn's books and brought to life by Shonda Rhimes' Shondaland, the show has become one of Netflix's top originals, racking up over 1 billion hours of watch time since it first aired. Season 3 saw Jess Brownell take over as showrunner, and she'll be continuing in that role for Season 4 after Chris Van Dusen's departure, although Van Dusen remains as an executive producer. Brownell recently explained why the production process takes so long. She mentioned that filming alone takes about 8 months, followed by editing, dubbing, and writing, which all add to the multi-year turnaround. While they're trying to speed things up, the show is still on a 2-year production cycle. We are working to try and put the seasons out more quickly, but they do take 8 months to film, and then they have to be edited, and then they have to be dubbed into every language, Brownell said. And the writing takes a very long time as well, so we're kind of on a 2-year pace. We're trying to speed up, but somewhere in that range. A lot of updates from the Bridgerton set have already surfaced, with photos showing Luke Thompson returning as Benedict, alongside Yerin Ha as Sophie Beck. As for the storyline, Season 4 will adapt Benedict's story from the 3rd book, An Offer from a Gentleman. Season 4 is about to shake up the usual romance formula with a big moment in Benedict's storyline. For the first time, the show will really dive into a romance between 2 people from different social classes, something the series hasn't explored much before. While there have been a few cross-class relationships in earlier seasons, Benedict and Sophie's love story will really highlight the challenges of being from different worlds. In Season 1, Anthony's romance with Sienna, an opera singer from a lower class, created tension because of their social differences. This caused a breakup, even though Anthony was planning to propose. A similar dynamic popped up in Season 2 with Eloise and Theo, but their relationship didn't go far enough for the class gap to be a major issue. In Season 4, Benedict and Sophie can only marry after Sophie's social status is raised. This mirrors what happens in the book, An Offer from a Gentleman, where Violet helps Sophie's stepmother claim Sophie is a distant relative, making her part of high society. Before that, their marriage would have been frowned upon because of Sophie's lower status. Without this change, Benedict could only offer her the role of his mistress, which many feel shouldn't be included in the show. So far, the show hasn't really focused on characters outside high society. It's confirmed that we'll meet Sophie, her stepmother, and stepsister, but how the show will handle Sophie's social status is still up in the air. Since Sophie works as a servant for her stepfamily, seeing her world will give Bridgerton a different vibe if the show stays faithful to the book. Bridgerton Season 4 might need to make some similar changes to Benedict's storyline as it did with Anthony's in Season 2. In Season 2, Kate Sharma's background was altered, making her story more interesting and engaging. Her ethnicity and origins were tweaked. She wasn't from the outskirts of London like in the book, but instead came from India to help her sister find a match. With that in mind, it'll be intriguing to see how Season 4 might adjust Sophie's background. We already know Sophie's last name has been changed from Beckett to Beck to reflect Yerin Ha's Korean heritage, but other changes to her story are still unclear. Since An Offer from a Gentleman has a Cinderella-like plot, it'll be interesting to see which elements the show keeps or reworks. Regardless of the changes, Season 4 will be exciting to watch as we see Benedict finally find love with Sophie. Season 4 is already setting up one of Benedict and Sophie's most romantic moments, thanks to a conversation between Benedict and Eloise in Season 3. There are many key scenes from An Offer from a Gentleman that fans are excited to see in Season 4, but the masquerade ball is the most important. It's one of the most magical and romantic moments in their story, filled with that fairy tale vibe and soulmate connection. In Season 3, Episode 8, Into the Light, Benedict and Eloise's final conversation foreshadows the significance of this event, making it clear just how pivotal the masquerade ball will be for Benedict and Sophie. The conversation between Benedict and Eloise about the masquerade ball is a big setup for Season 4. Eloise promises Benedict that she'll return from Scotland because she can't miss Violet's masquerade ball. This event is where Benedict will meet Sophie Beck, and their meeting will be a total Cinderella moment. Benedict is supposed to dance with Penelope Featherington, but when a flash of silver catches his eye, he turns to see Sophie for the first time and instantly falls in love. While Benedict and Eloise only mention the masquerade ball briefly, it's a key moment in both the book and the show. In An Offer from a Gentleman, Violet's masquerade ball is a special one-time event before she leaves the Viscount and Viscountess's household. However, the show hints that Violet hosts an annual masquerade ball, and since this event hasn't been highlighted much before, it suggests that something major will happen at this one. Violet's masquerade ball in Season 4 is set to be unlike any event we've seen before. It'll be filled with mystery and allure as members of the Ton dress in elegant costumes, setting a tone of intrigue. This ball is clearly the social event of the year, one everyone eagerly anticipates. Previous Bridgerton balls have been crucial to the show's main romances. Daphne and Simon's fake courtship starts at a ball, and they confess their love at their first ball as a married couple. Anthony and Kate's love story kicks off at Lady Danbury's ball, even though their first meeting happens on horseback, and they share their love at the season's final ball. Penelope's reveal as Lady Whistledown takes place at the Featherington Ball in Season 3. But Violet's masquerade ball will top them all. It'll be a moment where Benedict and Sophie fall in love at first sight, marking a significant turning point in their lives. The stakes will be higher for them than for any couple we've seen so far, as this event will truly change their futures. Season 4 has the perfect chance to finally bring one story to life that I've been eagerly waiting for, thanks to Colin and Penelope's son. While Season 3 focused on their romance, the finale, where they have a baby, sets up the perfect opportunity for the couple to fulfill a long-awaited storyline in Season 4. Thankfully, Netflix confirmed that Anthony, Colin, and Penelope will all return for Season 4. With Colin and Penelope's story wrapping up in the Season 3 finale, Season 4 has the ideal chance to explore what it's like for them as parents. In the Season 3 finale, Colin and Penelope welcomed a son. While we don't know his name yet, since in Julia Quinn's books they have a daughter first, the couple is expected to have bigger roles in Season 4. With Penelope being Lady Whistledown, their return offers the perfect opportunity to dive into a parenting storyline. Given the circumstances, it would be surprising if Colin and Penelope's son didn't make an appearance in Season 4, marking a shift in the series' portrayal of parenthood. Well, that's it. What are you most excited to see in Bridgerton Season 4? Benedict and Sophie's love story, the masquerade ball, or Colin and Penelope embracing parenthood? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting entertainment news. We'll see you next time.